Our top focus on WION at the moment, the Indian government has briefed political parties on details of Operation Sindoor during an all-party meeting in New Delhi today. Now, the leaders were briefed about the objectives of the operation, the specific terror targets hit, the strategic and India's preparedness in the event of any retaliatory action from Pakistan. The meeting was attended by leaders of various opposition parties, including Congress leader Rahul Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge. Earlier, India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval met Prime Minister Narendra Modi at 7 local landmarks. The meeting lasted more than 50 minutes. The NSA has been meeting the Prime Minister regularly to brief him about the current security situation. Meanwhile, Pakistan continued to violate ceasefire as it resorted to firing and artillery shelling on civilian targets across the line of control. At least 14 people, including one Indian soldier, have died in cross-border shelling since yesterday. All deaths were reported in Poonch. So far, 59 people have been reportedly injured. India has shored up its defences on land, air and sea a day after the Operation Sindoor took place. Now, in anticipation of a terror attack from Pakistan, India has fortified its defence systems on all three fronts. All three defence services have been put on high alert. With a multi-layered air defence system fully activated, forces along the border are also being shored up to deal with any contingency. Police units have been directed to work in tandem with defence forces, while intelligence agencies are monitoring every movement along the western border. Border states have also been put on high alert after Operation Sindoor. Centre has asked states and union territories that share border with Pakistan and Nepal to make preparations for smooth operations of essential services, stay on alert to deal with any situation and keep a strict vigil on anti-national agenda. Now, on Wednesday, Union Home Minister Amit Shah held a meeting with chief ministers of 9 border states and union territories, which included Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Sikkim, West Bengal, Jammu and Kashmir. Now, the lieutenant governors of Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir were all present. The focus was coordinated security, vital installation protection and internal surveillance. And for more on this, our special correspondent Idris Lone is joining us live from Srinagar. Idris, what can you tell us about the situation on ground right now?
Well, the situation, especially on the line of control, is still very tense. A lot of people are living close to the line of control in Baramulla, Kupwara, Bandipora district in the northern part of Kashmir, as well as in many parts of the Jammu division, have been moved from their houses, especially after yesterday's when Pakistan broke the ceasefire, not only with small arms but also with heavy artillery and targeting the civilian population and their houses in all these areas. We have now seen that at one end the Indian security forces are responding to the ceasefire violations by the Pakistani army, and on the other hand they are also evacuating people to safer areas. We've heard that people who live very close to the line of control in the Baramulla district have been moved from their houses close to the line of control to the degree college in Baramulla. We've also seen yesterday how in Kupwara massive damage was done to the houses very close to the line of control by the Pak army. Thankfully, there were no deaths reported from the Kupwara region, but property worth crores was damaged in that ceasefire violation. On the other hand, if we talk about Poonch sector in the Jammu division, we've seen over a dozen people have been killed in the Pak firing since yesterday, and then around 60 people overall have been injured across the line of control by the Pakistani army, who have broken ceasefire violations at multiple places across the international border as well as on the line of control. So the border areas still remain very tense, although people now have moved out of it. We've been told that Baramulla, especially the district in Baramulla district, all the people living close to the line of control have finally been moved, but there are still many places where people are still being moved from from their houses to the safer zones. 4 places where Pakistan broke the ceasefire again. It was in Kupwara, Uri, Baramulla and Akhnur sector. Whereas in the Poonch sector, we saw the maximum damage yesterday. We saw that there was no ceasefire violation reported from that area. But the borders still remain the tense. All the schools, colleges, educational institutions have been closed in all these districts which lie close to the line of control and international border. The University of Kashmir has also postponed all the exams, while some of the schools in Srinagar have opened today, but the schools which are close to the airport in Srinagar have been shut for the second consecutive day.
Right, Idris, and we're also being joined by our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal, live from New Delhi. But Siddhant, before we come to you, I want to know from Idris that we've been witnessing continuous ceasefire violations along the line of control, and now we're also seeing shelling. How has that affected the already brewing turmoil in the area, and how are the people reacting to it?
Well, yes, we've seen today is actually the 14th day, consecutive day of Pakistan violating the ceasefire at multiple locations. But in the last at least 12 consecutive days, we saw that Pakistan was resorting to small firearms all across a line of control and international border, whether it was in the Kashmir division or in the Jammu division. And they were only targeting the installations of security forces. But since India carried out the attack wherein they targeted 9 locations in Pakistan. After that, we've seen that Pakistan has resorted to heavy and massive artillery, not only basically carrying out these attacks or ceasefire violations on security forces and their installations close to the line of control, but on the civilian population living close to the line of control and international border as well. And that is one of the reasons that we've seen since yesterday over a dozen people have died, around 60 people injured, and properties worth crores being destroyed, dismantled by the heavy artillery that has been used by the Pakistan army since the last 24 hours. 4 places Pakistan today also broke the ceasefire. Meanwhile, all the essential services like the fire brigade as well as the food especially has been dispatched to these districts in the northern part of Kashmir as well as in the Jammu division as well. The Chief Minister did take a crucial meeting yesterday with his cabinet. Then he also spoke with the Home Minister of India, Amit Shah, and the Lieutenant Governor also took a meeting with the top officials of Jammu and Kashmir, basically asking them to be ready if in any case of eventuality, if there is an escalation from the Pakistani side, the whole Jammu and Kashmir needs to be ready to deal with it, especially for the people who live close to the line of control.
Right, Idris, thanks so much for bringing us that round report, and we'll be, of course, closely tracking the situation as it develops.